Hello, it's me, your favorite soul, One Inner Flame, here to bring you another live stream. So, um, I guess you're wondering why I took down the last video. It was because I just felt really bad about what I said. Not, it wasn't that I was guilty of it. Guilty about it. It was just I. It really got to my head like what if this actually does end up negatively affecting my channel. And so I took it down, but right after I saw nothing but support and I felt bad about it. But today's live video, will not just be really about that 100%. I got kicked out of the TAF clan that I was in. In case you don't know, I was in a clan called TAF, but they kicked me out. And so you won't see my PSN tag whenever I get them kills, it won't be Taft Soul anymore. It'll be my primary name, One Ender Flame, my primary account. So, um, this Taft clan, they're all about being, a family to each other. And what I'm all about, though, is just kicking ass and taking names later. That's just how I am. That's how I roll. But these people decided that, you know, I hate how he is, and he has been messing up. I would say cuss words, but like, try to restrain. Yeah, he's been messing up, and, it's about time we cut him loose because, even though he doesn't seem to hate us, and he seems, generally focused on teamwork and tactics and stuff, we're gonna let him go. And I'm not gonna spoil it, but this was the result. I took quite a few pictures of it, um, and yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, so you won't be able to see it all that well. Let me try to zoom it in. So it says right here, this is much better. He said like I warned you, your soul, but it has to be this way, and I'm like, why? What's the big deal? Is this what I think it is? If it is, then, I'm gonna laugh. I already knew I was going to get kicked. And, I didn't take a picture of that part. It just seems relevant. I don't really need to prove it. So he says, I'm not, I'm not on bro, sorry, because, he was texting. He might have been at work or something. But he found the time to finally tell me. Um, but yeah, bro, you were removed from them. Removed as a member of TAF. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, let me make this clear, and feel free to post this on Discord. But after the next couple of texts from me, it was kind of a few texts. After that, I will completely cut off myself from TAF, which I already done so. So, getting over here to the second one, I make my speech. So he says, no, it's just nothing but me texting. I was made a member of TAP uh, because the founder saw I had some skill. Then I met people and grew a liking to them, and I did. So, then with them, I learned feeling great about being myself. I let I let loose. Oh, feeling great about myself. I let loose a little too loose. I didn't make mistakes because I was just talking. And just sometimes I don't say correct things, and it's just I learned later like, oh yeah, I really didn't mean it like that, and it's not like he completely hates something that I said I hate. I got my own opinions. People saw that, and I thought they did not care. Yeah, I was giving out opinions and stuff. People didn't like it. Like I have my own thoughts. The higher ups didn't like it. Like uh, then from what? No, I did not care. Then from opinionative. And I like I'm very sure. Excuse me. Tried to not be so opinionative. Was trying to fix it. No, I apologize. I've been reading this out of order. But thought did not care. Then from you say, then from them you say they did care about what I was saying, and they were being affected about it negatively. They didn't say anything to me whatsoever. And now from you again. And basically, he came back to me. They didn't say a word to me. He just used Peace Hossie to say to me, I'm kicked out of the clan. So that's what that next line is about. Tried not to be so opinionative and not rage quit because I can be quite a bit of a rage quit. I don't like dealing with it sometimes. Yeah, so, but now it might be that you guys hate me. Yeah, it might be that they just hate my guts or something. So here's the next big paragraph. And don't sugarcoat your feelings. It, you really shouldn't bother. They shouldn't bother at all. They hate me. Every time I did something you guys did not like, you kept it to yourselves, thinking I couldn't take it. And they did say that. Someone said that. I won't name who. Who. To let you know, I did what I did to protect myself. Basically, I'm not perfect at the texting thing, typos. Someone said to me, I uh, uh, did, I did what I did to protect myself when someone said something I felt was rude, and when I did wrong and I knew it, I tried to fix it, and by forgetting about it, to move on in hopes of making it better somehow. And that was my hope. I didn't want it. I didn't want this to happen. It just happened. This is how I functioned as a person. Go on to the next one. My opinions, my logic, my ways. None of it was liked and was almost all wrong to you guys. Eventually, one of the times, like one of the TAF members got upset with me because I was talking about Apex and how much the shields kind of need to be nerfed and how much I didn't understand. I kind of understood now, but I still want it to be nerfed. So I'm still angry about Apex doing that. Um, I feel better doing that now. Yeah, feel better about knowing that they actually hated me. They didn't dislikes. They didn't just dislike. They hated me. They didn't like the way it was. And I tried to be more suppressive of that, but that wasn't good for me, obviously, because you proved to me just like me leaving the party to cope with myself in safety because as I didn't like what I heard. They basically kicked me out of the clan, pulling a me on me. In the end, I hate you guys because you guys did not accept me as a person, uh, me as who I am or who I was. I can pulling a me on me, but I got over that, and it's not like I hated them as a person for how they were, what they said to me. They said kind of some awful things sometimes names, but it wasn't like anything we'd hate them personally for. But yeah, they kicked me out. That for because I'm just me. Um, the only thing I did, nothing wrong. What I know what's typo. Nothing wrong. Knowing I know that I did nothing wrong. Basically, knowing now that you just hate me for who I am, and that's the truth. They hated me. All their actions, the fact that they kicked me out, They won't deal with me even though I dealt with them. They thought that I wasn't able to handle them. They all called me childish, one TAF member said, and I'm like, alright, but you're gonna have to kick me out of the clan. And they did. Tonight. The only thing I know I did wrong is posting uh, info on me and Sandy's argument because I didn't know what to do. And that was a bad thing I did. And I am sorry for that. And I am. I didn't mean to be so dramified or something. I just didn't know what to do. Uh, the only reason why I didn't leave, I did not leaving. I said leaving. I got typos here. I didn't even really check. So always is because I done what already because I already done that. Yeah, yeah, typos. I'm no good at it. I swear. I'm no good at this texting stuff. I didn't check over it like I should have. And over something dumb. Yeah, I left the clan over something very stupid, and I learned from it, so I ended up getting kicked out instead of quitting. See, I learned from my mistakes, basically. Um, the only person who was my real friend was Preacher and Peace. I won't tell him the 4 names, but yeah. And all you who were just my enemy. Secret enemies. Goodbye. I hope I slay your sad little clan. And then laughs. I made sure I made it clear that I was not sorrowful. They never, I never needed them. It's kind of more like they needed me, sort of. I knew I couldn't get by with the fact that I'm a good player. And it's not like I was being manipulative in this way. I just knew that I'm not really anything special to them. If all I do is just do skillful things, killing people and stuff, as you see in my Reloaded series. Uh, and they didn't hurt my feelings, but just like anyone else would, like that's a clan that I spent lots of time in, and they kicked me out, so I was pressured, and I was just a tiny bit shaky. But I let them know that I hate them. I hate this clan. The TAF clan? Yeah. Uh, I hate them. You guys can don't take like I'm just straight up a jerk sometimes, and I don't know it, and I do my best to not be that if I can help it. But these guys, they took it even harder than I take it. They just kicked me out. Um, but they kicked a good player out too. They kicked they kicked somebody who's a slaying. This clan here, they what they do usually is like they go sniper only, shotguns only, pistol only in private matches, and I just don't like that sort of thing. I would prefer public matches because that's how I practice is in publics. They say that pistols only and all that other stuff is practice, and it is, but there's one big problem. That's all they do. They don't talk about strats. They don't talk about how you could help how to help yourself survive a little better. Simple things. Uh, it can be like positional things and stuff, positions and all that. No one goes on a private server in the clan to talk about that kind of stuff whenever they should have. Now, I just it really burns me up that they didn't do that. Uh, um, one of my the commander of my clan, not clan, I meant of my squad, the squad that I'm in. He said he was gonna do it, but he didn't do anything. Um, they didn't do any strats. They say like they're tactical and stuff and all this and that, but they don't put much effort into learning about that kind of stuff. I don't know what they're going to do in the future. I don't know if this clan's going to fail or not, which I was curious about. I would say I hope they fail, but I don't want to be like that to them. That isn't just how I am. If they succeed, then good for them, but I'm no longer a part of that clan, and I'll never be a part of that clan anymore for treating me the way they were. And it's just, it's kind of stressful that they did kick me out, but I'll be over it. It's actually more of an achievement that I own them. It's just the fact that all my paragraphs have some flaws in them, so it's like, can they piece together this mystery paragraph and solve what it is I'm trying to say? So, there was some good people I'd like to stick around and play with, like the two of my people I can actually call friends. There was this one clan member that made me sound very hypocritical, but who isn't at the time or two? Even they are hypocritical. They uh, they just want to they just want to do things that they don't want to be done to them. They didn't just like just remind you guys that they didn't say anything to me. They warned me once using peace, and then they told peace to tell me that I'm out of the clan like a couple of weeks afterwards or something, a month or so. So like they pretty much like whenever they wanted me, they were more like, you know, you're on your last line. You better straighten up, boy. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Basically, what they're saying. Whenever they said peace and Sandy, and Sandy was my friend, but I guess inside he's just a goofball of some kind. He just goofs around at times, and I don't like that side of him. uh, but I don't hate him for being a goofball. I just all this that's fun to me is being tactical and being killing a lot and stuff, winning, winning after getting like loads of kills. Like it pays off to win, able to win things that I should, and I guess I was just too good for them, maybe. But I mean, like I've been working on things personally, but she very fairly sure that maybe one or two hated me because I was always wrecking them. I won't name who, but there was apparently somebody who's higher ranked than me who's just keep dying to my own gun. Months go by later, I'm still dying to my own gun. It did kill me a couple of times, I must admit, but the tally is just overwhelming. Not that being a tapman was all about being a good player, like probably like me, but it's your opinion. Um, but then again, I wasn't even looking for a clan to join at the beginning. A clan found me to join them. Like I said, it was more like they did me. I sort of did whatever I could to stay in it, but I wasn't going to completely change myself just because they were being grouchy about it behind my back. No one texted me on my PSN about it. No one said anything. Apparently, what I've been doing the whole time was wrong. Just being myself. and they don't need me in the family, in the TAF. If they're It's gonna be like that. I'm gonna be wrecking their best players. I'm telling you. Either that or working with I cut all my ties to TAF, but that doesn't mean I can't somehow randomly meet them in a public server. I'm never going to forgive this clan. Someone ought to make a new one. They they didn't accept who I am. Some of them actually came from the military, and I suppose that they didn't like how weird I was, and I can be very weird sometimes. Sometimes it kind of seems like I'm on crack all the time, like on some kind of drug or whatever. But yeah, I can say some really random things and make some crazy jokes. It's fun and games and all. Uh, but if I said something mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be like that. I'll try to chill out on it, but they didn't say anything. They kept their mouths shut. I did leave the party a couple of times, but they told me not afterwards through peace, like I said. and I've not, and they've not really done anything. Sandy has. One of them has. Is like being very hypocritical. It was in a private party and not private party, a private lobby. And I didn't really want to do it anyway. But what really got me to leave is the fact that he was trying to make you look like a hypocrite or try to be as hypocritical as whatever. Something about being hypocrite or something. And it's the thing is, he didn't even do it correctly. Like I have a special style, very very special way that I joke, and it's probably what makes me very weird. But I didn't deserve this. Whatever, I accidentally leaked the info on Minds of Sandy's Island because I just didn't know what to do and I was stressed and all because of it. And he was apparently joking with me the entire time, but I didn't know it. Like I said, he tried to make me into a hypocrite, but I have a special way of doing it. And sometimes I say something completely rude and it's not a joke, but I don't know that it's rude. And that just I a little too loose. Oh, now I'm regretting it though, right? No, not anymore. Screw them. They don't deserve me. If they're going to be this way, they're going to talk behind my back. There is such things as restraint, but if you're literally backstabbing your friend over and over again, like these guys probably did, I don't know how many times, I haven't even really checked in the mirror to see my back and how many daggers they placed in it. That's just how much I don't know. You see what I mean? A special way of joking around, huh? I take things in a literal, but in a very joking way. It just comes out of nowhere. If I actually try to joke, I'll probably fail. That's just how good I am at jokes. Like I don't have to try to make a joke. I could just make it out of nowhere. It's just thin air. Like, yeah, here's something to make your day. Completely out of the rabbit's, completely out of the magician's hat. You know, it's it's a bunny. So yeah, I'm actually glad that they're gone. I don't have to deal with their crap anymore. I didn't even know I was dealing with crap. That's just how silent it was. I actually did my best working my back off to work with them, and they do this way. I bet one of them, I'm not naming who, it's got to be like, yeah, we're done with his crap and all this and that, the other. And one of the, I actually made a message preacher to make sure that this gets out to him personally about what happened. And I don't know if he cares or not, But yeah, this is how I feel about it, and I've been kicked out, and this is how I feel about it. And there's no guarantee that Peace Hossie will be messaging Discord on um, on what it is I texted. But yeah, uh, I'm in fact a better person for letting them kick me. I was not scared. I kind of knew it was coming. The moment I said something like that, I knew it was coming. It, it kind of got me pressured, but that's how I am whenever I see bad news all the time. Yeah, and really, this clan isn't necessarily trashy. There's some good players in it, but those players are extremely few, and I've always been wrecking them. Almost every time, I wreck them. They come out, I kill them. They come out again, I kill them. There's more, I kill them. These players aren't, whatsoever all that great for the most part. There's a couple like Preacher. Mm, I still keep on killing Hossie, but he was one of the people who defended me. Like they were about to kick me, and it's whenever he defended me, and that's how I got the warning from Peace Hossie. And he was the one who had to tell me you have to go. Oh my, it's just so late right now. It's 1 a.m. in the morning, I think. And I got done playing with my sister. I'm glad I don't have to deal with them private lobbies. There's not even really many people that join them private lobbies with the snipers only, pistols only, shotties only sort of thing. It's like two or three. It's about 30 or so members, and it's not like they've not been trying to recruit or anything. There's quite a few people who like them actually, and I'm like, okay, if it fits them, it's good for you. If you decide to join this clan, and you like it, go ahead. I mean, I may hate them and they may be my enemies, but that doesn't mean it has to be yours. It's just how I am, though. They judged me so critically that they had enough of me because they didn't know how to tell me to stop. And they thought that I was such a big softy, but I'm not. I'm not for at least 50% of the time. Like, if it's a serious discussion and it's not like just something being said rude about me, then I'll listen up. It's much better than keeping it secret. But and every time I saw that I did something wrong, I'm always trying my best to fix it. It should always be like that. Like, oh, like I would say don't join this clan because of what they done to me. Good player, but it didn't matter that I was good. They were looking more for character and stuff. They wanted people to have fun with and be tactical. And apparently I was only tactical then. But little did they realize that, being myself, I am I'm tactical and fun at the same time. I don't pick one side. One of the reasons why I was kicked, I bet, was because I didn't join a private a private server with someone else. Or that I didn't want to even join the freaking sniper only, pistol only thing. I didn't like that stuff because I thought it was lame and boring and almost useless. Because it's not to go without saying, but I did learn a couple of things a couple of times. Like, I don't just not learn things. I do. I just find it almost useless. Like, I could have probably found this spot or this strat or that strat all on my own. These guys were not my friends. They didn't care about my opinions. They didn't want me to have any. They decided that it would be best if this nuisance was taken care of. But it's not like they won't care about yours though. They'll probably care about it, but up until you make a tiny mistake, they're going to freaking off with your head or something with it, just like one of the TAF members did. Like, I make mistakes in my speeches, I trip over my words sometimes, and yes, I make myself into a hypocrite, but once I notice that, I'm like, hey, I don't want to be like that. They don't know this because they think deep in their hearts that I'm just childish and I don't learn from my mistakes. They don't understand that I've been learning all along what not to do after I make a mistake. And they don't care because they didn't even think about that. I'm like a logical person, you know? That doesn't mean I do logical things. I just can't help but to be dumb, to say dumb things. I can't help but to be human. And some of the stuff I said were bad and some of the things I did were kinda bad. And that might have also been the reason why, but I'm thinking more personally, they wanted me to do whatever they said. Join private lobbies, do this, do that. Don't just not do this. Don't do not just do that. Like really, really now. If that is how it is, then because notice though, just that you know, I got kicked out of completely nowhere. It's not that I did anything wrong this time. It was literally completely out of nowhere. Like it, it's like having a hammer being smashed up against your skull, but you didn't even see where the hammer came from. You didn't know who threw it. Who gave me the ban? Who gave me the ban hammer? Honestly, who was the one that did this to me? And it's the higher ups in the TAF clan. There's not many there, but they're tired of my bullcrap, apparently. And well, that bullcrap must have been because it came out of nowhere. It must have been the fact that I turned down a private lobby. I didn't want to run it back. I didn't want to do anything that they wanted me to. I'm like, okay, I didn't want to go with your ways. I just wanted to be myself, and my opinions didn't matter. Again, I say, last time, by the way. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Join the staff clan and enjoy it at your own free will. But I warn you, if you're somebody who only likes doing what he likes to do and apparently isn't listening and following what everybody else is doing, like wanting to do, then you're fresh out of luck. Well, I hope this was interesting. Please leave a like if you do and comment on it. Um, and I'll be gone. I'll be going to go to my own PSN, my primary PSN from now on. It's a shame. I got some good clips, some kind of good clips, some juicy clips, but I deleted my TAF PSN, my TAF Soul PSN, and it's no longer. So yeah, bye. Consider sharing this if you will to whatever you want. You can post this as widely as possible. You can spread the hate, but you don't have to. It's just my hate burning, just my hate talking right here. Like this clan is, it really went out its way to ban somebody who just wanted to be himself. Himself is not actually really all that bad, making themselves look bad by doing that. Wanted to control me or something. And I didn't like that. Like, yeah, he's a nuisance. He didn't, he didn't really, yeah, he didn't want to do what I wanted him to do, what a couple of people wanted him to do, and we're not talking to him about it because we're backstabbing snakes like that. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Yeah, bye.